Hey guys, welcome back and happy final week of the Spilling Tea Live tour. I don't know if it's happy or if it's more just bittersweet, but guys, this Wednesday we're flying in. That's tomorrow. We're flying into, my time is so all over the place right now with everything going on. But that's when we're flying into New York City. And then on Thursday, we have the actual show, which is going to be amazing. We have Margaret Josephs. We have so many talented YouTubers, podcast hosts, influencers, and quite the audience in attendance. Trust me. In the meantime, if you guys have not gotten your tickets, make sure you go to spillingtealive.com, pick up your tickets, whether they're in person or on live stream, because trust me, you don't want to miss this. With that being said, we're back to talk about Vanderpump Rules star Lala Kent's ex, Randall Emmett, who is being sued again. And this time it's for conspiracy to defraud. Yeah, guys, thanks to Radar Online, we have all the details and more. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Vanderpump Rules star Lala Kent's baby daddy / movie producer Randall Emmett has been hit with another legal issue. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Randall Emmett and his producing partner George Furla and actor Frank Grillo are being sued by a company named Coaction Specialty Management Company, along with Gotham Insurance Company. But the biggest question is, why? The lawsuit accuses the defendants of intentional misrepresentation and fraudulent concealment, conspiracy to defraud, and breach of contract. The lawsuit states that Emmett and his partner agreed to deliver a movie entitled Boss Level by a certain date, and Gotham provided a completion bond. My biggest question here is, what is a completion bond? We know Emily D. Baker's out here covering the Johnny Depp Amber Heard lawsuit, so I'm like, I can't ask her. Can somebody break it down? Well, that's exactly what they did. The film in question is a 2020 action flick starring Grillo with Mel Gibson and Naomi Watts. It was released on Hulu in March of 2021. Getting back to the what is a completion bond, please? A completion bond is a guarantee that a film will be completed and delivered on time and on budget. And if the film goes over budget, the guarantor, in this case, who would be Gotham, is required to pay the overages. The lawsuit explained it all. Thank you. Gotham said that they paid over $3.4 million after the film went over budget, and the parties had originally agreed on a $43 million budget, but the defendants blew off that number. The lawsuit states that Emmett and his team originally had a budget of $47 million, but Gotham told them that they needed to cut it down to $43 million. The insurance company said that they can only obtain financing if that budget was slashed. Now, I was reading some comments and people were like, oh gosh, it's just a couple of $1 million. At this point, once you hit 43 million, why not just pay the extra couple of million, the extra 3? Well, you're still on a budget. You know what you could do with 3 million? That money could go to, can you imagine if they had 10 films that went over budget by $3 million? That's $30 million at the end of the day, which could pay for an entirely new film. No, if you get a budget, you stick to the budget. Let's get back to it. The lawsuit states that Emmett and his team originally had a budget of $47 million, but Gotham told them that they needed to cut it down to 43. We got that. And the insurance company said that they could only obtain financing if the budget was slashed. We got that part. But now they're trying to induce Gotham to issue the completion bond. Defendants did not intend to adhere to the approved budget and intended to spend sums far in excess of the approved amount, as evidenced by, amongst other things, the fact that the film quickly went over budget by approximately $3.4 million, about the same amount that the defendants had previously purported to cut from the budget. Gotham is suing over alleged false representations made by Emmett and his team, and the company is seeking unspecified damages along with punitive damages. Now, we know that this isn't the only lawsuit that he's potentially facing at the moment, because it keeps going. We know that the movie producer and Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules, well, they are now fighting over full custody of their baby girl, who she gave birth to back in March of 2021, Ocean. How this is going to work, I have no idea. But in the past, Amber Childers, who's his ex-wife, who he allegedly cheated on with Lala Kent, she now collects child support, and she had an account that had to maintain $50,000 every single month. So how this worked was, if she decided that her children needed some extra things that month and she spent $30,000 and there was only $20,000 at the end of the month left in that account, well, guess what? At the beginning of next month, he needed to put $30,000 back into that account. He was accusing her of not spending that money on the children. He was saying that she was spending that money on himself, and he didn't understand why he needed to keep filling that account. And eventually his lawyers told the court, if he has to keep filling this account, he's going to go bankrupt. So he does have a lot of issues going on. And this isn't the first time that we've heard about legal issues surrounding Randall Emmett. That's not the only thing going on. We know that Vanderpump Rules season 10, we don't know anything about it yet, but Lisa Vanderpump teased at the opening of Vanderpump à Paris. She teased that we could potentially be getting a 10th season. She said there's so much going on within the dynamics of the group, and she feels like a lot of people and the fans are very invested in this group. So why wouldn't we bring them back? And at this point, we got a season 9 with not very many storylines. So yes, with everybody kind of newly single, lawsuits flying all over the place, people moving out, new books coming out, I would love to see a Vanderpump Rules season 10. What I do want to know, though, is how Lala is going to navigate this custody battle, what she's going to do in order to win custody of her daughter, because Randall has a lot of money. She did post on social media, though, before saying something to the effect that if your man or your ex says that he won't take a drug, test in order to see his kid, is that a red flag? If she brings him to court and she says, well, I know that he has a history with an issue, and I'm not saying that this exists, but who knows what Lala has up her sleeve, says, I know that this person has an issue, then what happens? Will the court say, okay, if you want your kid or you want to see your kid, then you definitely need to adhere to a drug test? Because we all know that it's really hard to take a child away from a parent. And I don't think she's trying to take their daughter away from him. I think she's trying to be the primary parent and say, this is the time and this is the place when you can see her, and you have to go by this schedule. She has made it very clear in the past that she wants nothing to do with him. She talks to him through an app, and that is the only conversation that they will have, and it has to be about their daughter. And of course, we know that Randall Emmett went on Genuinely Gigi from Shaws of Sunset, well, formerly because it was canceled, on her podcast, and he had a few things to say. I don't think that they were in favor of Lala, but he was like, I'm not going to bash her. She's the mother of my child, but she's not innocent. But I'm not going to say anything about her, but she's not innocent. So we're all wondering, okay, then what the hell are we talking about here, right? I don't know. Guys, what are your thoughts about this new lawsuit? I know you have some unfiltered opinions, and that's exactly what I'm asking for. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, go to spillingtealive.com and grab your last minute tickets. Bye, guys. Love you.